My name is Dave Halton, and today's workshop is the AI Skill Development Workshop. We'll be hands-on and give you a few prompts that we can run along the way, but we'll get started now, and I'll start because we all have a starting point. Perhaps you've already had your starting point and are already using AI productively. Perhaps you've already tried AI but have been underwhelmed with the results of your experiments, or maybe today is your starting point. Wherever you're at on your AI journey, you'll find something you can use from today's workshop. I'm Dave Halton, and if you don't know me, I'm the president of Marketing Ideas for Printers. Even if you do know me, I'm still the president of Marketing Ideas for Printers. I'm also a member of Simple Academy. That's a community of the world's leading experts on AI skill development. At Simple, our mission is to guide you through the transition to an AI-powered economy. And my job is to help you as a commercial printer navigate that transition and guide you on the journey to becoming an AI workflow master. So what is an AI workflow master? Well, for clarity, this is a term my AI community invented to create a shared language around this idea. And this is what we mean by a workflow master. Andrew Wilkinson is a billionaire that runs an internet holding company. I can think of him kind of like the Warren Buffett of internet companies. This is his post on X for hiring for an AI-first director of finance. So this isn't a post for hype. He's running a serious business and he's hiring for a serious role. The punchline of this post: he's looking for someone that can do the work of 10 people by using AI. And that's today's reality. People applying for jobs need to demonstrate that they can do the work of 10 people with the assistance of AI. And that really means three things. In your current role, just what it says, you can do the work of 10 people using AI. That also has implications for your future role. And that means that it implies that you're going to be able to learn new roles and new skills 10 times faster. And there's also a certification part that we need to be aware of too. Certification is what proves that you can actually use AI to do that work. So we bundle all those three things together. That's what the term AI Workflow Master means. And we're going to learn by doing. So we're going to have an exercise to kick this off in a few moments. But let's get ready for that. And the first thing is, step one is open up your favorite AI tool. That could be ChatGPT, Claude by Anthropic, Google Gemini, Microsoft Copilot, any of those. And we're going to go hands-on, and we're going to do this because there's a big, huge difference between passively consuming information and proactively participating in the workshop. So if you don't have a favorite AI tool yet, if you're just at that starting point and you don't have one under your belt yet, just go to chatgpt.com and create an account. It'll take you about 30 seconds to do that, and then you'll be ready to go hands-on with us. Okay, step two is why are you here today? And there's an ABC, and if you can find the chat tool in your meeting software there, and just go ahead and add that in and add why you're here. A, you're serving customers, you're running the jobs, you are an employee doing the work. B is you're a solopreneur and maybe you're supporting the printers with creative or marketing or specialty services. C means you're the owner, you're running the show and the buck stops with you. Now, no matter which one of those that you picked today, the workshop is going to give you tools to move faster and perform better. Now, that said, well, let's see, I don't have everyone answering yet, so I'm going to be stubborn and wait for a few to come in. I see some of them coming in now. So we're getting a little mix of everything, so that's good. We're getting employees, we're getting owners, so that's a good mix. At the moment, looks like the owner category is winning. And so we're going to put a little more focus on that, but there will be something here for everybody. Third step is how many people are working at your company. So if you could just drop that number into the chat, that'll be helpful for me as well. Oh, okay. So I'm not seeing any of the numbers in the company here yet. I'll keep an eye on that chat. So if you want to drop that in, that would be great. And in the meantime, we'll move forward. Here's where we're going today. Here's our agenda. This is about you and AI skill development. We're going to be talking about the 3 actions needed to become an AI workflow master, the 3 opportunities that exist for AI workflow masters, and then the 3 options for participating in an AI saturated world. Spoiler alert, here's what's coming. We'll be talking about the Company Champion Certification Scholarship. That's $4,000 in AI certifications and training. So if that is something that you're here for, that just go ahead and drop your email address into the chat at any time, and we'll make sure to line you up with that scholarship. We'll talk more about that at the end, but just a very quick high-level overview. There's benefits to that. One of them is the AI Workflow Practitioner certification. That is something that's available for everybody on your team. It includes 9 ready-to-use, business-focused AI workflows. You'll learn how to use them, and then you can tell the world you can use them with the certification that results. That's free to everyone in your company with the scholarship. And then there's also the AI Workflow Expert certification. That includes 8 self-paced workshops. Really, there's 9 in there. There's kind of a bonus workshop in there. Self-paced workshops to teach you how to build the AI workflows, and then you'll get the certification to promote your new AI builder skills. That's also free with the scholarship, but there's a limit of 1 per company on that one. Who's taking these scholarships? Who's claiming them? It's serious AI people. These are the people that either are or want to become AI workflow masters. Now, if you don't feel like a serious AI person yet, it's time to change that. It is within your reach, and you will be a serious AI person by the end of this webinar. So just a reminder that if you want to get that scholarship for free, that's something you should do on this call. So if you think you might drop off before the end of our time together, just make sure to drop your email address into the chat now to claim that scholarship. And we'll make sure to get you set up with that. Now, let's talk about the 3 actions associated with AI skill development. We'll talk about productivity, performance, and engagement. It's a simple question. How can AI help me do my work faster and easier? Well, AI will help us build a toolkit of all our areas of responsibility and the daily work we do in those areas of responsibility. And that's where we're going to get ready to go hands-on. So get your AI ready, because in a moment, I'm going to give you some AI instructions that you can use to build your own productivity toolkit right here on the spot. It'll be customized to list your areas of responsibility. You can see an example on the screen now. This is a productivity toolkit for sales and marketing in commercial printing. And so the tool will customize to your areas of responsibility, and those are going to be displayed across the top. And then going down in each column, this tool is going to show you the daily work within each of those areas of responsibility. Now, let me pause here, because this looks like a lot of information on the screen. The reason it looks like a lot of information on the screen is because it's a lot of information on the screen. You have permission to ignore that for now. We'll bring more attention to that in a bit. So at this time, we're going to take a few moments to help you create this toolkit for your role right now. So I'm going to paste this prompt into the chat in just a moment that you can use to create your personal productivity toolkit. When I do, copy it, but don't run it yet. There's just one piece of it that I want to talk you through. It's very quick, but when I put it in there, select all, copy it, and paste it into your AI, but wait to run it. So let me get that ready here. And I'm going to drop that into the chat right now. So you should see that. Again, just go ahead and copy all of that and have it ready. And then we're going to paste that into your chat, or into your AI. I'm doing the same right now on my screen. And so yours should look very similar to this. All of the information that follows at the end, you don't need to worry about it. Just like that wall of words, I want you to focus on just those first 3 lines. Make sure that matches who you are. What is your role? Are you an owner? Do you have another role? What is the size of your company? You've already put that into the chat here. And then what is your industry? Most of you, probably all of you, maybe not all of you, are in commercial printing, but if that needs a little tweaking, I know this information is starting to drift out beyond our printing community, but whatever that is, those 3 lines, change that to make that fit you. After you've made those 3 changes, then go ahead and run the prompt. Just hit enter, just like I just did, and AI is going to go to work and create the first draft of the AI productivity toolkit for you, specific to those 3 items that you used at the top. So I'm doing that on my screen right now. Your screen should also be rolling out. My screen's a little bit smaller, so I have to kind of scroll side to side. So depending on what you're seeing here, or the size of your screen, you'll see something similar. All right, so make sure that you take the time to run those prompts. And what you're going to see is our experience shows that what's on your screen will be somewhere around 80 to 90% accurate right out of the box. If you see something that doesn't look quite right, for instance, you might say that in your role, you are not responsible, well, we just pick one, you are not responsible for team and culture development. You just have that conversation with AI. Say, I'm not responsible for team and culture development. We just type that in. Have the conversation with AI. Say, swap it out with something else or change this, change that, and just fine tune that. We'll stay high level today. I'm just going to use what's on the screen here. You can too. You have the prompt. You can fine tune that later if you'd like, or even right now. But again, our experience shows that what you should have just even right out of the box, you'll be in that 80 to 90% accurate section. So don't worry about that prompt. It might look scary, like a lot of information. Just know that it's valuable. It's pre-written for you. We've got you covered on all of that. You don't even have to understand them. You just have to use them. All right, let me bring my screen up here. So what we're looking at now on your screen should be similar to mine. What you've created on your screen, that's not a toolkit yet. Really, what you have there is a toolbox with a bunch of labels on it, and it still needs to get filled with the tools. So how do you fill it with the tools? Well, what's on my screen is a toolkit, and the tools are in place, one for each box. This is a productivity toolkit with ready-to-use AI workflows for sales and marketing in commercial printing. And that's available to you as part of the AI Accelerator for Printers service. Later, we'll teach you how you can build your tools for your own toolkit too. That's part of the scholarship. So as I mentioned earlier, these are AI workflows. These are the workflows that we've talked about when we talk about becoming an AI workflow master. So I want to show you how one of the AI workflows from this productivity toolkit for sales and marketing works. And so I'm going to demonstrate to you the AI workflow for the creation of a lead scoring model, which helps you stop guessing at which lead to follow up with and start focusing on sales that matter most. This is an AI workflow that inspired a recent tip of the week. If you're watching the tip of the weeks at aiforprinters.com, this led to one of those. So here's what that looks like. Again, we're looking at a very long prompt. Well, it's not crazy long. It all fits on one screen, but we're going to stay high level here. It's a long prompt. You don't have to worry about the wall of words here. This is going to represent several hours, maybe even days of work that gets done in less than maybe 20 minutes. So let's take a look at what that looks like. And to do that, let me get a new chat window going here. And I've got to get to my right place. And I am going to copy that prompt out and run it on the screen so you can see that. Again, this is part of the AI services that come from AI for Printers here. This is what a lead scoring model looks like. So we're going to go ahead and run this, and I'll point out a few things as we go. First thing is, you do not need to be an AI genius to use this. Copy and paste is all it takes. And what happens here is you are going to work with AI. We're going to let AI run with it when it makes sense to do so, but we're also going to come in and make sure that we're adding our feedback as well. So you're going to see a number of steps that are going to happen here. Step 1, define lead scoring objectives. AI is going to teach us what we're doing along the way here when we use these AI workflows. AI says, before we start assigning scores, we need to clarify what success looks like. A solid objective helps the scoring model become a strategic sales tool, not just a data exercise. And now we see that AI is going to stop and ask us for context. It's going to say, what is this all about to make it unique to you? What are the biggest pain points your sales team faces when prioritizing leads? Are there too many unqualified leads? Is your team missing high value? Are there time issues? Hot leads going cold, all of those. And so AI is coming alongside us and maybe even revealing things we haven't even thought of as we're getting to this point. And so AI is asking for our input. Now, I can be a real lazy human here, and I'm staying high level here. So I'm just going to just say, answer for me. AI already knows a little bit about who I am. And so we're just going to say that here's what AI knows about us. If we were to do this a little more thoughtfully, you should do that a little more thoughtfully, but we can see that AI is going to work through each one of those steps. Now, AI is very, very, very fast. You all know that. That's how AI works. It's not instant though. So there are multiple steps to this. So instead of going through each one of those steps on the screen, let me just talk you through what happened on a previous one that I pre-ran here. So you can see how all that comes together. There's our step 1, very similar to what we just saw on the screen. AI is walking us through step 1. It's asking us for information and saying, are we in agreement? Do we have enough information to continue on? And then AI is going to go to step 2. In this case, a lead scoring model, step 2 is identifying high value lead attributes. What are we doing in this step? AI is telling us, let's define the firmographic and demographic traits and so forth. AI is stopping to ask us for information. Is what AI knows about us correct? Are we giving it permission to continue on after this step? And are we providing that information for it? AI is working with us. So now we can continue on. And all the way through, there's another checkpoint. We go into step 3, defining engagement signals. Another stopping point saying, does this make sense? AI is working with us. We're collaborating together like there's a real world expert right by our side as we go through these workflows. And on through each one of those steps. We're introducing it. AI is asking for information. And then it's saying that looks good. So we can confirm or adjust and edit and make sure that AI is good all the way through until we go through all the steps in here. We get to that final review and implementation. And I'm staying high level on this. We would want to take a little more thoughtful time to work with AI. So it will take a little bit of time, but we're talking minutes and not hours or days as we would do without AI. Okay, so a few things that you can notice here. Each one of those areas has an introduction. It has context or information that AI needs from you to continue, and AI is going to suggest the actions to take. A couple of the other things, I already mentioned one of them that I want to make sure you're noticing this here is humans are lazy. I went the lazy route and just said, answer for me. That's one thing. The other part is AI is amazing at filling in gaps. So if we combine those two things, that means a lot of work can get done very quickly. Humans are faster at editing and then creating. So we just have AI. You answer the questions and make suggestions for me. We'll come back and edit our answers as we go. What you'll notice is that AI will pull information out of you. It knows what to ask. It will help you think about information you might not have even thought about giving it before. All right, so let's keep going here. So here is the first of 3 turkey problems. There's going to be 3 turkey slides in this presentation, so bonus points for you if you find them all. I experienced the turkey problem head on when it became clear that AI was going to impact the way we provide marketing services to help you sell more printing. The turkey problem. It's from a book called The Black Swan. It's an amazing book published around 2009, and it's about the fact that we live in a very unpredictable world where the things that matter the most for the long-term success of the economy, our society, and really everything else can be impacted by something unpredictable that seems just to come out of nowhere. So what do you do when you live in a world like that? Well, in one of the chapters, the author talks about what he calls the turkey problem. The turkey problem goes like this. Turkey wakes up every single day and is predictably cared for by a farmer. It gets fed every single morning. It gets to go play out in the yard with its turkey friends, has a really nice place to hang out every night. So this turkey is basically taken care of. And that process repeats itself day after day after day after day until eventually the turkey concludes, this is what being a turkey must be like, and life will be this way forever. Until one day, usually right before a holiday like Thanksgiving, when a turkey ends up on the table, something changes and the farmer comes out, grabs the turkey by the neck, and all of a sudden, it's lights out. The turkey problem shows up like this in the real world when it comes to AI. The turkey problem says, okay, AI can do this task, but it certainly can't do, and then fill in the blank with whatever your favorite thing that AI cannot do is here. And that's what I want to suggest, that if it's on your screen right now, and by your screen, I'm talking about a screen like this where you've created your toolkit. So if it's on your screen right now, I'm suggesting that you need to take a look at that turkey problem. If it's in your toolkit, not only can AI help you do it, but in your current role, you plus AI can do the job at least 10 times faster with no compromises in quality and usually an increase in quality. So let's break that down a bit. It's you plus AI. We're not letting AI run all on its own there. You know, AI is going to take over the world sometime, but it's not ready to do that yet. I think that's scheduled for later this year, but we'll find out together. So it's you plus AI. And it's you plus AI can do the job at least 10 times faster. There should be no question about 10 times faster. We've already seen how fast it can create a toolkit and how fast it can do the work of one of those example AI workflows, at least 10 times faster. And then the next part, this is the one where people can kind of bristle a little bit, say no compromise in quality. And people will say, really, no compromise in quality? Is AI really going to give me no compromise in quality? Well, remember that you are the checkpoint in those multi-step AI workflows. So you are quality control. If you're finding that there is a compromise in quality, the finger points right back at you because you're providing the checkpoints as you are working with AI. And then that last part, there's usually an increase in quality. That seems a little bit odd, perhaps. This is going to become increasingly true over time. Maybe it wasn't true even 2 years ago. I couldn't say that with a straight face at that time, but AI is progressing fast. We can actually say that there is usually an increase in quality. So that's what that means for your current role. What does that mean for your future role? You can also significantly accelerate and many times skip the lengthy learning process. What's the best way to learn something? It's to do it. What's the best way to learn how to do something with AI? It's to do it with AI. That's what your future role is going to look like. And that's what we're doing here. This is the AI workflow. We break it down into the steps. That's how we're learning. We're looking at what good looks like at each step. And if I need to learn how to do a task on that grid, I would just learn by doing. So let's keep on going here. That is a look at the productivity. And now we're going to go back to our agenda here and talk about that, because most people will find 5 to 10 workflows in that productivity toolkit that really move the needle and saving them a bunch of time. It's not unusual to find that people will start to shave maybe 20% of their daily work time off of the things that they're doing. Here's an easy way to think about that. If you're used to doing your job Monday through Friday, shave 20% of that time off. Now you can do it Monday through Thursday and take your time on Friday to be more strategic. So with AI, a great way to become more strategic is to run performance experiments. Whoever runs the most performance experiments wins. Let's bring that closer to our world. If you're the printer running the most performance experiments, AI will help you be the printer that wins. So we're going to shift a little bit now. We're going to shift from the productivity toolkit to the performance experiment toolkit. So get your AI ready again, and I'm going to give you instructions that you can use to build your own performance experiment toolkit. You will see the key performance indicators. My sample is on the screen now, again, for sales and marketing and commercial printing. So you'll see the key performance indicators similar to this, and they will roll out across the top. And then in plain English, you will see the things that you are responsible for doing better over time. And then in the columns, you're going to see a combination of experts in the field and known strategies from those experts to help you get the results you desire. So let's take a look at that performance experiment toolkit. How do we build that? So here's the prompt. I will put this one into the chat as well. And again, wait for the instructions here, but we'll get that in there. So now you can go ahead and load in or copy that and get ready to load it in. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go back to our screen. Now, this time, just paste it in. We do not have to customize anything as long as you're following along on that same productivity toolkit from earlier. Just paste it in. AI already knows about you. Just paste it in, and we will let AI build your performance experiment toolkit. And there it comes on the screen now. Here's your first draft of the AI performance toolkit and then customized for you because it remembers that from before. You'll see those areas across the top that you're responsible for, and we'll start to see those performance experiments roll in. Again, these are performance experiments based on real live experts in the world that are essentially coming right alongside you to help you with these performance experiments. Again, my screen's a little bit on the smaller side, so I have to scroll around. You should see yours filling out your screen as well, similar to that. So again, want to remind you, we're seeing another wall of words here. Right now, you don't have to worry about this looking overwhelming or scary. What you need to know is that what's coming on the screen, there's a lot of value in these toolkits, a lot of valuable information. You don't have to understand them. You just have to be able to use them. Okay, so let's keep on going. Yours should be rolling out very similar to what we're seeing here. And let's go back to our regularly scheduled programming. Let's take a look at this. This is another example, now again dialed in tight for the Performance Experiment Toolkit for Sales and Marketing in Commercial Printing. What it represents is very interesting. The wall of text, maybe not so interesting, but what it represents is very interesting. It's the time it saves and the value it creates. This is the kind of work that represents tens and tens of thousands of dollars. And we are compressing clock time and calendar time when we do this kind of work. So we are going to look at the Performance Experiment Toolkit with the AI workflows for sales and marketing and commercial printing. And the toolkit on my screen is ready for you to use. That's the easy button way to get started as opposed to learning how to build the tools for your toolkit. We have them ready to go here for you. And so we're going to take a look at the value of just one of the performance experiment tools from the Sales and Marketing Toolkit found in the AI Accelerator for Printers program. And here it is. Remember, this is thousands of dollars of work reduced down to just a simple 30-second copy and paste exercise and a few moments of thoughtful interaction with your AI. Let me get this one on the screen here, and we are going to look at how AI can help us increase retention through hyper-personalized experiences. So let me open up another window and open up my sidebar so I can get to the right place here. Close my sidebar down so we have less distractions. And I'm going to go ahead and run this toolkit. Remember, here's what I'm doing. I'm copying and pasting, and then I'm adding context as AI essentially interviews me to go through this. So very similar to what we did with the productivity toolkits, now we've just shifted the lens to performance experiments. And AI is coming alongside us and saying, here's step one. What are we doing here? AI is asking to understand the current personalization methods and allow us to identify gaps and opportunities to drive retention. AI needs a little information, context needed. Please share how you currently personalize customer experiences. Specifically, do you customize email content based on purchase history or behavior? Does your website show personalized content? On and on. We can see here's the information AI is asking to better understand what we're doing here. And AI is just working with us. That's all it is. That's how we're compressing the time. We're letting AI do the heavy thinking. We come alongside and make sure it's staying on track. And so we can go ahead and continue to answer those questions. Let me show you what that looks like when it's completed. And I'm going to show one that has been pre-run so you can get an idea of what's happening here. You saw this before. Now we're doing it again with that performance experiment. We're looking at the different steps. Step one, we just saw that question. Let's analyze the current level of personalization. AI is asking us for information, saying, do you agree with what I see here? And if so, then we move on to step two. We work with AI to define customer data points for each personalization. AI works with us to make sure we're in agreement. Step two, we provide the information. AI says, here's what I see. Does this align with what we're doing here? And on and on. Step three, implement AI-driven customer segmentation. Step four, design hyper-personalized customer journeys. Step five, automate personalized interactions across channels, on and on. Step six is measure and optimize personalization performance. And then finally, at the end, we get a hyper-personalization strategy ready to use. So I went very high level on that. Again, as I mentioned before, AI is very, very fast. It's not instant. It's working with us, but it is compressing so much calendar time and clock time that it is getting us to that end result very, very quickly. So these can all be turned into a bunch of experiments to help you move forward. Everything on the screen. AI can help you run these experiments in a hugely efficient manner. Now, whoever runs the most performance experiments wins. So if you're the printer running the most performance experiments, AI will help you be the printer that wins. And so these are the things that we believe will make things better, will help you enhance the brand messaging or increase qualified lead volume, all of those things that make your world better. And if you've ever set out to accomplish a goal in business or in your personal life, you'll know that it starts by doing just that first thing to bring you closer to that goal. If you knew how to do that very first thing, you'd already be doing it. So finding that first thing to do, that's step number one. And then because you need to stretch yourself to the target, you're going to sit down, you're going to create a list of ideas, and you're going to come up with a list of probably 10 or more things. And if you've ever done this before and if you paid attention to the experiments you've ran, you'll come to the conclusion that out of those 10 ideas, every single one of which you thought would help, 8 of them will have made no difference at all whatsoever. You'll try something and it won't be as helpful as you had hoped. You made promises to yourself about results and then it didn't work. And you know what? That's okay. That's the risk inherent in running an experiment. You'll also find that one of those things that you thought would make things better might have actually made things worse. You thought something would improve the results, but it took progress in the other direction. Again, that's part of experimenting. But also hiding somewhere in those 10 ideas is that one thing that's going to make the difference. And if you knew which one was going to make that difference, you'd just be doing that one thing and we wouldn't even have to have this experimentation conversation. We would not need to talk about experiments if we knew that one thing. So we know that in order to produce better results, what we need to do is run as many performance experiments as we can. And that's why we say the whole game here is whoever runs the most performance experiments wins. Now, let's just pretend that you and I are very similar in our expertise. In reality, maybe you're better at marketing than me. Maybe you're worse at marketing than me. But for this conversation, let's just pretend we are exactly equally capable. We work on a marketing project. You're going to do it the old way without AI. I'm just going to run all of these marketing experiments as fast as I possibly can. And at the end of the quarter, what we'll find is that I will have run circles around you because I ran the most performance experiments. And that takes us to turkey slide number 2. You should now be able to say 2 things: that AI can help me create a lead scoring model like we did in the productivity toolkit, and AI can help me develop a hyper-personalization strategy that enhances customer retention, like we just looked at with the performance experiments. And you might also be saying, but certainly it can't replace my expertise. So if you ran the prompt to create your own list of performance experiments and then looked at those experiments for your current role, you will find that you plus AI can run the performance experiment at least 10 times faster with no compromise in quality, and usually an increase in quality, not compared to yourself without AI, but compared to the world's top experts. So not only is your expertise in danger, every expert's expertise is in danger. And this is a major aha moment for people in this new AI world, being able to run these performance experiments faster than anybody else. And so even better, in your future role, imagine becoming the person who, no matter how much the world changes around them, is able to produce results 10 times faster than anybody else still adapting to that changing world. All right, so we need to do 2 things. When we talk about engagement here, we need to do 2 things. We need to track results, and we need to communicate progress and expertise in the form of certifications. So when we talk about using these workflows, we have a process which we just very simply look at: what did you work on? How long did it take you to do with AI? How long did it take you to do before without AI? That calculates a number, and your job is to make that number go as high up as you possibly can for everyone on your team. Now, if you don't think measuring progress is a big deal, just think about the last time you posted on LinkedIn or any social media. What's the first thing you did? You started tracking results and checking progress. Perhaps you're here because you saw my LinkedIn event invitation. I did it. Here's the event. Who's signing up for my event? We check progress. That's what we're doing. We're tracking results. This is what makes social media so addicting to so many people. Tracking makes an enormous difference in engagement. That's the first thing. The second thing is certifications. They mark and reward your progress. Certifications allow you to prove your AI expertise, and you can then promote that for you and your team to show the world that you know how to use AI to get results. So we're about 45 minutes in, and we're getting close to the finish line, probably about 10 minutes away. Let's take a few moments to look at the opportunities that result from becoming an AI workflow master. Most of you are here as employers, so we're going to get to that part pretty quickly. But let's take a look at the opportunities, because what we know is that every time there's a major shift in technology, there are orders of magnitude of opportunities created in the economy. We've lived through some of these already. The PC revolution. Microsoft came out of nowhere and now are world famous and fabulously wealthy. The internet revolution. Amazon came out of nowhere. That's how we buy stuff. Social media revolution. Facebook had to come out of nowhere. Transportation. Uber came out of nowhere and everyone knows them now. So how do you find these opportunities and come out of nowhere? You simply see the opportunity and you take action. And so what are those opportunities? AI Workflow Master opportunity number 1, that's for employees. I know we have a few of the employees in the room today. So you want to upskill yourself as an employee. Employees, you're running the equipment, managing the projects, you're keeping the jobs flowing. And if that's you, AI can help you do the work of 10 people, not by replacing anyone, but by making yourself way more valuable. There's perhaps a stigma that used to go along with that. People would tend to think, if I start to use AI, I'm going to get fired. I'm going to work myself out of the job. worried that you'll set themselves up to be replaced by AI and then get let go. But who gets let go? It's not the person using AI to do the work of 10 people. It's the other 9 people not being productive that are going to get let go. So I won't camp out on here too long today, but if you're in that specific role, there's a lot of upside for you. And as a business owner, these are the kind of employees you want. AI Workflow Master opportunity number 2. That's for the solopreneurs in the room. In our world, that could be freelancers and consultants or designers, any specialists who support print shops from the outside. I'm not going to stay on this one very long, but with AI, you can scale your solo operation by delivering more value faster. Crazy thing to think about is experts are saying that in the next few years, we're going to see the world's first billion-dollar valuation solopreneur company. That even sounds ridiculous to say. So let's even scale it down to 100 million. Well, the truth is, these solopreneurs already exist. The 100 or the 1 million, the 10 million, the $100 million solopreneurs. To make it a little bit closer for us, I've talked with a number of printers that are ready to transition to their encore career. And sometimes that means a solopreneur. AI can help you get there. But we'll keep moving because most of you on this call are inside the print shop and not orbiting around it. So let's talk about what really moves the needle if you own the whole thing. That is AI Workflow Master opportunity number 3, making more money as a company. Now the focus shifts to the team that you employ. What happens when an organization full of people start to apply these AI mastery methods to their roles? You get to a point where the employer that builds a team with the most AI workflow masters wins. Let me say that again. Whoever has the team with the most AI workflow masters wins. You move faster than your competitors. You find new opportunities. You execute the most AI-powered performance experiments. You will be positioned to be the printer and marketing services provider that emerges out of the AI revolution. So let's talk about the 3 options. The first option is do nothing. Not a good option, but it's an option. It's a bad idea because you'll soon be living in a world that expects you to use AI to do the work of 10 people. It's not enough to have just a fleeting familiarity with AI. You need to know how to use AI to come alongside you to do real work every day. That real work, that's all those boxes for the AI workflows we talked about on our grids. So let's go back to Andrew Wilkinson's job posting and look at this line. Would never hire a lawyer unless you absolutely had to. Now, if you take a look at that just as a quick pass, it might seem a little bit out of place, but listen to what's really being said there. If we paraphrase that, what he's saying is you would never spend company resources on external service providers unless you have tried to first solve the problem with AI yourself. And then, and only then, are you allowed to spend company resources on expensive outside service providers. So that turkey does nothing. Don't do nothing. Please don't be a turkey. You don't have to be a turkey. You can easily turn into an AI eagle. Could be a tough year for a lot of people as AI keeps sneaking up on them, but it can be a very good year if we can help you get focused on the opportunities for AI workflow masters. Now, if you decide to do something, you can do this yourself. You really can. It'll take time for you to filter through all of the AI buzz and the hype and all the ads to find the good stuff. So if you do it yourself, you have to hope you can get your AI skills to the point where you can stay ahead of the advances in AI. And that happens fast. It's tough keeping up with AI. Now, you can find others to help you do it too. Spend just a few moments on social media and you'll find plenty of ads offering AI help. But consider that if you've seen some things here today that you've not seen before, that might suggest to you that my AI community understands some things about AI that others do not. And you might want to consider continuing your AI journey with marketing ideas for printers, because we are laser focused on helping printers with their AI journey. That's why we're offering this scholarship to help you get started. We want to see you make progress in your AI journey. So let's talk a little bit more about that scholarship. This is the Company Champion Certification Scholarship, which is $4,000 in AI training and certifications. And it's yours for free if you add your email address to the chat by the time we close out this session, and then we'll make sure to get you set up with that scholarship. Here's what it includes. The scholarship includes the AI Workflow Practitioner certification. That includes training for 9 hyper-valuable AI workflows. Those are yours to keep and use. And then you can pass the exam on AI workflows and their application to the business. The result of that for you is an AI Workflow Practitioner certification. Normally that's $1,000, but that is free with today's workshop. It's like test driving a powerful new operating system for your business without even spending a dime. That is something that's available for everybody in your organization. That's the first part of the scholarship. The second part is the AI Workflow Expert certification. That's available for one person in your company. You'll get 9. There's that kind of a bonus workshop in there, but you'll get the workshops designed to take you from an AI novice to an AI workflow expert. The outcome is the AI Workflow Expert certification. And that's a way for you to move from a consumer of AI to an AI builder. Think about those grids that we had on your screen. We've got all of the tools in the toolkit. Well, we have the toolkit. How do you put the tools in there? It's by building the tools. We can build those tools for you so they're ready to use, or through this scholarship, you can also learn how to build the tools that drop into those toolkits. So that's where you learn to build your own AI workflows from scratch. You'll earn the expert level AI Workflow Expert credential to promote your new AI builder skills. That's normally $3,000. That's also free for one person in your company. So you could buy both for $4,000 outside of this workshop, or you can just drop your email in the chat and get both of those today at no charge. It's a high value offer, and honestly, it's a no-brainer. I'm offering this scholarship to you because I love working with printers and I want to see you succeed with AI and not just play catch up. You're either going to call me stupid for making a high value offer like that, or I'm going to question your sanity for not accepting this high value offer. So we can wrestle about that in the back of the alley afterwards if we need to. But just go ahead and drop your email address into the chat and I'll make sure that we get you set up with that scholarship. Some breaking news that is not in the slide deck yet. The scholarship also now includes a 30-day preview of the AI MBA. That's a collection of over 3,200 AI workflows that will help your team in 7 major areas of business like strategy, sales, HR. There's a ton of ready-to-use focused AI assistance in the AI MBA, and will help you get started with the most valuable workflows from that collection of over 3,200. And if you're watching the recording on this, you can contact me for more information on that as well. So to wrap things up, the future belongs to AI Workflow Masters. AI Workflow Masters, you're going to be able to do the work of 10 people using AI. And in the future, you're going to be able to learn new roles and skills 10 times faster. And with the certification, you will be able to prove what you can do with AI. Now, for me, this is personal. I started exploring AI partly out of curiosity, but mostly because I wanted to make sure marketing ideas for printers was prepared for a world about to be saturated with AI. But honestly, it became so much more than that. This is more than just us adding on another service. This is personal. I've spent my career helping printers succeed, and I've never seen a shift like this one. AI isn't a trend, it's a transformation. And you can approach this transformation not with fear, but with confidence. I want you to have the tools, the confidence, and the support not only just to keep up with AI, but to lead with AI. That's why we built this AI Accelerator for Printers program, specifically for printers like you, because it fits perfectly with our promise of helping you sell more printing. And with that, I'll wrap things up. My email address is on the screen. aiforprinters.com is also on the screen. And with that, thank you for attending today's AI Skill Development Workshop.